Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to create this amazing landing page using only HTML, CSS and JavaScript. As you can see on my computer screen, I have this one navigation bar, and I have this amazing button, and I have this text here, and I also have this one product, a wristband, and I have these four different colors. So when I try to hover each color, the color of the product changes. So I'll be showing you this to create only HTML and CSS and JavaScript. But before I start this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like and share. So welcome back again. So as you can see here, this I'm using my VS Code. Here I created one folder, and it's called landing page. Inside this folder I have three files, one for my HTML and one for my JavaScript and one for my CSS. And this is my HTML file. As you can see, I already connected the HTML with the CSS, and I also my title is landing page, and this my JS, and this my CSS. So we'll start by the index file, the HTML. So just come under the body and we'll create one div with a class container. Inside this container, we want to add some navs, and inside this nav, I want to give it a class with a class name of navbar. Sorry. Inside this navbar, I want to include some anchor tag. So I don't need the href, so I'll just remove it. So here we'll just say home. So just copy this and paste it like 4 times. So we'll change this to about. Product. Features. And the last one will say buy now. So next we need to create is another div with an ID, background. So we kind of messed up here, so we don't need to create a class here. We'll just change this to ID, and we'll say container. So now if we save this and load our web page, you can see we have our navbars, but they are not yet styled. So let's go back to our VS Code. So next, what I'm going to do is create another div with a class section. So now we're going to create our section. Inside this section, I want to include some h1, h2, and also h3 maybe. So we'll start by h1 with an ID title. And I also want to add a class of margin top. And we'll add some text here saying fitness. So next we want to include our h2, and we'll give it a class also with a class name of less margin. Also we'll add some anchor tag, and we'll add some span, so and also some text. So I'll just say and we'll add span, and we'll give this span a class highlight, and we'll say, so you can see we added our text here, and here we'll say wristband, and also we'll add a text here and say a wristband that lets you. Now we will end our h2, so we don't need more. So again here we'll add another h2 again, that says that lets you wear your fitness. So we can say that where that lets you wear fitness, and we'll add a span tag. Sorry. So here we'll just add a class also for our second span, and we'll say highlight, and we'll add a text also that says your way. So save this and reload the web page. See, you can see we have fitness, a wristband that lets you wear fitness your way. So I think we messed up somewhere. Let's see. Are we okay? So next we are going to create another h1. Now this h1 I will give it a class also, look, and we will add a text that says find your look. So save this and reload the web page. Now it's looking better. Now let's go back to our VS Code. We'll create another div. So inside this div we'll create the class with the class name of alter. So what I'm going to do here is include images, and we'll also include some buttons, some text, sorry. So firstly I'm going to just add some img, and I also want to add an id, sorry, and this my id will be alter, and the image source here will say, by the way, I have 4 different images that I'll be using to create this landing page. So I have 4 different images. So go back to your index file and you will say 1.png. We don't need this alt. Sorry. So I'll just copy this without wasting time. So as you can see, I created 4 div with the class names, and I'm using this onlook JavaScript, so don't worry, we'll do the JavaScript later. So next, what I need to do is add some paragraphs. Sorry, forgot one div there to close our div. So next, I'll just copy this again, this paragraph. So just come down here after the first div, the second div, sorry, and copy your paragraph there. So the paragraph, I give it an ID with a disk, and we added some text and also this thematic break line, BR. So save this and reload the web page. Now you can see we have this one product with only one color, so we need to add some styling. So come under the to your CSS. Make sure you connected your CSS to the HTML file. As you can see, mine I already connected the HTML with the CSS. So here what we're going to do is, firstly we're going to style our anchor tags, the body. As you can see, I've imported this from Google Font. I'll leave the link in the link description so that you can also download your choice of font. So my background is white. I don't need any other color. I'm just trying to be very specific. So now we'll style our HTML. So we'll start by saying the A, open the curly braces. Now here I only want to add a cursor to be pointer. So next, what we are going to do is take our ID container. We'll add a height of 600 pixel. I will also add a width 900 pixel, and we'll also add some margin of 15% to be auto. Sorry. Next, we'll add some position to be relative. We'll also add some box shadow. And we'll add RGB. So next, we'll go to our ID background. And here we'll say position to be fixed. We'll say bottom to be 0. 0 pixels, sorry. So next we'll add right to be 0 pixel. Also we'll add a width of 50%. Next I will add height of 100%. And I'll add some background. Next we'll say WebKit to be click path. So here we'll add some polygon, and we'll say 52% is by 0, 100% by 0, and also 100%, 0%, and say 0% by 100% also. So we also need to add some click path. And here I'll just copy this one. Need to add polygon also. So we just need to change the values. But I think it's okay, we don't need to change it. So next I'm going to add some Z index of -1. Next we'll add transition. We'll say all to be 0.8 seconds is. So next we'll just put a CSS comment here that says navigation. Now we need to style our navigation, of course. So that's how you comment in CSS. So we'll say nav braces, and we'll say display to be block. Also I'll say float to be right, and we'll add some margin of 1 em, and we'll add some margin top to be 2, we'll say maybe 2.4 em, and I will add some font family. Remember we imported this font, which is Open Sans. So I'll just say Open Sans to be sans serif. So next we'll add font size. Sorry, not font size, adjust. Just remove this adjust. So I'll give a font size of 11 pixel. Next we'll go to our navbar. Sorry, navbar A for our lists, for anchor tags I mean. So here we'll add padding. Just remove this. So we'll say 10 pixel. So next I'll say margin left to be 10 pixel also, and we'll add some border radius of 25 pixel. Next we'll add text decoration. to be none. Sorry. Sorry, just need this. So we'll say text decoration to be none. Next, I will add some text transform to be uppercase. So it will be capital letters. So I'll add some letter spacing of 2 pixels. Next, we'll add color. So next we need to edit is we need to add some hover. So I'll just say never hover. So here I will add some background color. So whenever I hover my navigation bar, I want to add a background color there. So we'll just say background. So next I'll add padding of 10 pixels. So we'll also add border radius. It should be border radius. Next I'll add transition and I'll say all 0.5 second is it's okay. So next we'll say sorry I'll say and I'll say last child. I'll add some background color. Next we'll add color also. Also add padding. Be 10 pixel will be okay. Next we'll add border radius of 25 pixel. So just copy this and paste it below here and change this to we'll add hover. So we only need to remove the padding. We don't need padding here. So here I will also the border radius, we don't need it. So instead of border radius, I'll just say transition all 0.5 second is. Next is we need to style our section. So just save this and let's see what changes we made. Now you can see our landing page is coming up. So we have our navigation bar ready, and we have two different background colors. So we are already created. You can see our button here. So go back to your VS Code, your text editor. So next we need to comment, let's say section. So here I'll say the class dot section, and we'll say position to be absolute. Next I'll say margin top, to be 5%. Also add margin left 5%. Next we'll add some width of 100%. Also height of 100%. For the height 100%, that's a little bit much, so we'll just decrease it by 20, maybe say 80. So next I need to style my button, so I'll say my dot button, open your curly braces, we'll add position to be absolute also. Next we'll add width 15 pixel and a height of 15 pixel. Next I'll add border radius to be 50%. So we need our button we need to add some hover. So we'll add transform, and we'll say scale 1.1. Also we'll add transition, sorry, and we'll say all 1 second is. Next we need to style our different classes that we have here. So we'll start by the first one. So go back to your CSS and we'll say dot rose gold, open curly braces, and we'll only add background. And I'm adding a background color here, so we'll just say CE. We also need to add this one. Oh, I forgot to add, say we can add left to be 35 pixel. So next, for our third class, sorry. So here I'm going to add a background also. And I will also say left to be 70 pixel. And the last one is add background theme. So next we need to style our text, so I'll just put a comment here that says text styling. So we'll start with the H1, and I'm going to add some font family. So we will also add color. Next, I'm going to say text transform to be uppercase. I'll also add some font size. Let's remove this, adjust. It will be 3.5. So next we'll add some text align. Text shadow, sorry. So I'll just say 2 pixel, 1 pixel, and 0 pixel. And we'll add some RGB. Next, let's style our ID, the title. For here, I will only add transition. I don't need much. Next is for our H2. Here we'll add font size. And I'll say 1.2 em. So next we need to say text decoration to be text transform, to be uppercase. Next we'll add margin top to be -20 pixel. Sorry, I forgot to add top. So we'll say -20 pixel. Next we need to add is letter spacing. I'll just say letter spacing to be maybe 3 pixel. Font family. Next we need to style our P. So here I'll just add font family. So just copy this. We'll also add some font size. 0 point. I'll add little spacing to be 2 pixel. Also, we also need to add display to be inline block. Next, we'll add padding. I'll also add text transform. Just copy this. Don't need to waste time actually. So next, we'll add color. Sorry. Copy this and paste it here. So next, we need to style our ID. And here you'll add position to be absolute. And we'll say top to be 77%. Next is our look class, and we'll add position to be absolute. Next, I'll add color. I will add opacity. Next, I'll just say right to be 2.3 em. So next, we'll add some font. Top to be 185 pixel. I will also add some. So we'll change this to the opacity. We don't need. Okay, it's okay still. So we need to add some font size also. So right here, I will just say 5 pixel. So next, we'll add font size. Also, I'll say transform. Sorry, we need to add before that. I need to add white space of no now wrap. Next, we need to say transform. And I'm going to say rotate 90 degrees. For here, I will only add background color. Next is for margin top. Here we're only going to add, we're going to say margin top to be 135 pixel. Next is we'll say less margin. And the same thing, I will add margin top, but this time it will be negative 35 pixel. Now finally we need to style our image. So I'll put a CSS comment here, and we'll say that's our first class. We'll say alt img open curly braces, and we'll add height of 370 pixel. Next, I'll say position to be absolute, and we'll add top to be 50 pixels. Next, I'll say right to be 140 pixel, and I'll add some z index to be -1. Finally, we need to copy this id so we need to copy this id and plus our image we have here, and here I'm going to say for here, sorry, so here I'll only add transition, I'll say all 1 second is. So save this and reload your web page. Now you can see our text is looking very well, and we have our amazing nav bar, and we have this button. So but we don't have our fourth color, so let's go back, and this time we are going to add some JavaScript. So let's open our file script.js. So now we need to add some JavaScript. So here you can see I created one file script.js, but we need to connect this script.js to our HTML the way we connected the CSS. So just come down here, just below the body, so here we'll add script source, and this is how you connect, sorry, and this is how you connect your JS to your HTML. And we'll say script source to be script.js, which is our file. So now you can, by this link, we already connected our JS with the HTML. So next, here I'm just going to say the let, or you can use the const, whatever you want. So for me, I personally prefer the let. So I'm gonna say let alter equal to document.get element by id. So for here, I'll just say alt, which is our id here. We created the id we created, this one. So let's close that one. So next, I'll say let background equal, sorry, document dot get element by id, which our id is the background. Next, I'm also gonna say let title for now is our title, and the title we created was id, not a class. So you have this title, So now we just need to say title equal to document dot get element by id, which is title. Next we need to add some function, so I'll just say function for first color, which is rose gold color. So sorry, we're not doing functions when just the second text should be capital. So JavaScript, that's because JavaScript is very case sensitive. So I'll just say rose gold, sorry, bracket, and now open your curly braces. This one is parenthesis that I'm doing, so I'm not going to add any operation there, so I'll just skip that one. So we'll just say alt dot source to png. That's our image. So next I'll just say background dot style dot background color, sorry, should be function. So we'll just say add color here. I'll just say so here I'll just say title, sorry, title dot style dot color. I'll just copy this. So next what we need to do is we need 4 different images. So what I'm going to do is just copy this function and we're going to paste it. Think now you're okay. So for the second one, I'm going to change this to be sorry, color. So I'll change my images to be 1, and I'll also change my color. You also need to change this function to be, maybe you can say, sorry, I need forgot to remove the caps. So here we need to change also the same our image. This should be our third image. So here I'm going to change the color also. I need different color. Copy this and also change the color. Yes, for the last one we need to change is the function same. So I'll just say gold Sorry, every time I forgot to remove the caps lock. So here I'll change my image, this to be my fourth image. Also, we need to change the color. So now save this and load the web page, and make sure you connected your JS to your HTML file. So now reload it. Now it should be working, and we have our four different colors. Now let's see if it's working. Firstly, our hover is working, which is good. Now let's see our button, and when we hover it, the color changes, and we have this amazing 90 degrees color, background color, and we have our product here, and our text is ready. So now let's see if we hover one color to see if the product changes. See, it's changing, and which is good. So that's all for today. I think now our landing page is working. So that's all for today. So make sure you subscribe to this channel for more videos. Hit the subscribe button and share, and also like. Don't forget to share with your friends this video. I'm gonna share the images in the link description and also the source code. So till next time, bye.